Hello and welcome back to another one of Paul's beer reviews. I hope you're doing well today. I've got a Mexican lager to review for you today, and it's a bottle of Modelo Especial, and it's coming in at 4.5% ABV in a 355 milliliter bottle, such is the standard American size. Mexican golden lager. I picked this up in B&M. I picked up 4 bottles for $4.99. I hadn't tried it before. I know this is a big seller in the States nowadays. It's quite a popular, very much a go-to drinker in the States at the moment. Started to appear in supermarkets around our way now. I don't know if it's any good. I thought I'd give it a review and see what it's like. It doesn't. I've had a look at the bottle before I started recording, and all I can really suggest is that it's been imported and sold for distribution in the UK by AB InBev. But yeah, it suggests that this is very much still brewed in Mexico. Product of Mexico, it says there. A lot of it is all in Spanish. There we go, Mexico. Yeah, produced in Mexico. It's got the Cerveza Modelo Mexico, got a little logo on it. But there's the label. Sainsbury's is selling it as well. I've seen it in there. So 4.5% ABV golden lager. Hoping it's better than Corona, because I can't stand that stuff. But we'll find out. So we'll get this beer into our glass. Quite a malty whiff coming off of that. Really well carbonated. That's quite dark. That is quite a dark gold, dark amber. Not particularly light. Loads of carbonation. See the carbonation rushing up on that. That's a lively one. That is lively. Let's get the rest of that in there. Give it a vigorous pour. Make a head and see if it sticks around. Hopefully it sticks around. Clear glass bottle. Not always what you want to see, but we won't judge it yet. But yeah, it's certainly a dark gold. It has that kind of sort of strong lager look about it on the eye. So it's a very dark amber. Masses of carbonation roaring out the middle of the glass. It's been a while since I've seen a beer in my glass do that. That's a lively little bugger. It seems to be holding firm at the moment with a one finger, slightly sort of fluffy looking white head on it. Let's stick my snout in, see what the aroma's telling us. Okay, sort of a honeyed citrus, honeyed lemon. There's a sweet malt aroma. There's actually quite a lot going on with the smell. There's a bit of that kind of ricey, sort of corny sort of aroma that comes with a lot of these mass-produced lagers from the other side of the Atlantic. But to go with that, there is a bit of citrus sweetness going on. There is a bit of maltiness going on. But that aroma is starting to die away now. I like the fact that it's kept a bit ahead. There's a bit of lacing on the glass on that as well. It's encouraging. So a 4.5% ABV lager Modelo. Let's get stuck in. Cheers. That's not terrible. That's not terrible. There's quite a bit going on with that. It's very malty. There's citrus in there. It's very refreshing. It's just the amount of malty, that's sort of the very sweet malt gone into it. Which I wasn't expecting. Sweet malt, there's a grassiness to it. Slight earthiness to it. Yes, it's caught me out. This is 4.5% lager. But there's a lot going on. And there's a bit of a bitterness at the back end, which I was going to say is quite pleasant. But the more it kind of lingers, the more ever so slightly chemically it tastes. Which is a shame. Because apart from the finish, that's actually quite good. If this was a little bit colder, I probably might not even taste that. This is, I've had this out of the fridge for a little while. It was ice cold when I took it out of the fridge, which is probably the best way to drink it, to be fair, but I wanted to give it a proper review. There's a lot going on with this lager. There's a lemongrass type citrus freshness to it when it first hits your tongue. Then you're getting a bit of a slightly sweet breaded malt character, sort of mid palate, and that really carries through. It's well carbonated, not massively, but the carbonation does enough to really throw that combination of malt and citrus around the palate. And then when you kind of do that, you really get that very slight bitterness at the back end. And it's not the most pleasant bitterness in the world. But again, you do have to concentrate to pick it up. You could easily ignore that. You could neck this. Yeah, I'm not overly offended with that bitterness at the back end, with that slight, and I do mean very slight chemical bitterness at the back end. It's okay. At least it has a finish to it, which a lot of these mass-produced lagers don't. Let's have it right. Yeah, it's sweet, citrusy, nice bready malt to it. Obviously, it's light, but not to the point where it's like water. There's a bit of body to it. There's a bit of substance to it. I like the fact it's got a bit of a bready malt character. Like I say, it's got a bit to it. Let's say it's a grassiness, a lemongrass. It's slightly earthy. It tastes like decent ingredients have gone into it. I wonder how long it was lagered for. There's not many breweries in the world that will tell you whether their lager was lagered at all. But I kind of get the impression with this one that this wasn't. I mean, I don't know, Modelo. They're a big firm. They're a big brewery. You would imagine that they're knocking this beer out pretty quickly. But at the same time, I just kind of get the impression that this one has had a bit of care gone into it. A little bit of consideration has gone into the brewing process with this one, but I don't know. But that is smashable enough. I could session that quite happily, I think. Or get an ice bucket next to me full of those on a warm summer's day. Perfect. And, I mean, it's gone. So, win-win. $4.99 for 4 bottles. I'd drink that again. I think that was absolutely fine. Whether I would put this on the top of my go-to lager list, I'm not sure. But I'd probably buy it again if it was in a store and there was a deal on or something. I think Sainsbury's sell 4 bottles for £6, and I've found it for £4.99 in my local B&M, or if you have Home Bargains or something like that. I think it's regional. Some people have B&M, some people have Home Bargains. You might find a pack of 4 of those for £4.99. You could do worse. You could do worse. It's not bad at all. It's a very drinkable lager with a bit of character to it, with a bit of complexity to it. I'm all for that. So well done to them. I could see why it sells well in the States. And I tell you what, it's a lot better than most of the mass-produced lagers that are actually being produced in the United States at the moment. Yeah, that's all right. It's absolutely fine. It's not going to blow anyone's mind, but if you're looking for an easy drinking beer with a little bit of character, so you know you're actually drinking a beer, that's not a bad shout. It's not a bad shout. Modelo, especial. I am going to give that out of 10, I'm going to give it a 7. I'm going to give it a 7. I quite like it. I've quite enjoyed it. Yeah, 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 for Modelo Especial. Go check it out. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you have. Until my next one, you take care.